Westchester University has been offering programs at the center since 2013, currently offering 4 programs with the new Bachelor of Science in Management starting in the fall of 18. Thanks to a generous investment of Westchester, the center was able to undergo this expansion project. Not just adding more classrooms and offices, but also things like enhancing the center's audiovisual capabilities, adding a lactation room for nursing mothers, and making the center even more student and faculty-centered. President Chris Tarantino.
Well, hello, everybody. This is really a very special event for me personally because I was the point person for Westchester when we came down here, and I actually started as dean at the time, and we received a request from the system office to offer some programs in Philadelphia, and we had some conversations about it. And it was pretty tricky because we didn't have any presence down here. We didn't have any faculty down here, and there was going to be a risk associated with it. And actually, the first thought I had was I'm going to go to the social workers because social workers just get stuff done. And it was I know a couple of my social workers are in the room, so they get that. And we had a tough conversation because we were asking a lot. There was a lot of uncertainty in the facility down here, what was going to happen, where were the students going to come from. And so we came down. We actually came down with social work and criminal justice initially. And we opened the doors and waited for something to happen, and nothing happened. And what we realized is that Philadelphia is a big place, a lot of noise, and that if we were going to establish a presence, we really had to work at it a little bit. We really felt we had a strong case for being in Philadelphia. As you've already heard, it's very difficult for students in Philadelphia to get out to Westchester. So we felt that we would be offering a lot of value if we could bring programs here to the city. And again, the focus was degree completion. Michael Nutter was the mayor at the time, and we certainly received a very strong message about the population in Philadelphia that has some college credit and is in need of completing a degree. So that's what we wanted to focus on. And I do want to just mention a couple of names because what enabled us to be successful was we actually realized we had to get out and start recruiting students. And Diane Greenwood and Marcy Cohen were really the first two who came down here and really started to beat the bushes for students along with social work faculty. And there have been many other people who have contributed to the success of this center, but they were the ones who really got the ball rolling with students. And actually, it created an interesting problem because within a couple of years, the enrollments increased and we were out of space. And we actually had to stop bringing in new students because we didn't have anywhere to put them. And that seemed like a pretty bad situation. And what happened at that point was fortuitous because there were some changes going on in the building, and we started to talk to Mark Merlini about what we could do. And Mark was extremely cooperative and flexible, and what came out of that conversation is what we're looking at here. And actually, I remember the first meeting, it was somewhere in this space was your office, and it's now our space. So they moved some things around for us, greatly expanded, and to now be down here in this space that we can now go full throttle to keep growing is absolutely outstanding. As I came and visited over the years, one thing became very evident. The mission that we came down here to accomplish, to support the adult population who are in need of having opportunities to complete their degrees, was successful. Sitting and talking to the students, we had some open houses and heard some incredible stories. And I realized that this is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. We're very excited that we're adding business, undergraduate business, in the fall. I think that's going to be a great market. I do want to make a little shout out to CCP. We've worked closely with CCP right from the beginning, recruiting students. And I will say that the nursing students who have come over here to complete their BSN have been outstanding candidates. As a group, they've done extremely well, completing their licensure and then going on and completing the program. So we're very excited about the future of the program, and I do thank the social workers for taking the chance, and I will also add that in the true spirit of social workers, whatever was missing down here, they let us know. And it's interesting starting a new campus from scratch because you don't realize the things you take for granted on a campus. And we started to realize there was nowhere for them to get IDs. We had to figure out how to get them books, and on and on and on. And we knew we couldn't duplicate the whole campus, so we really had to focus on the key things that the students needed in order to be successful. We started supporting writing. We now have the Student Success Center. We needed more office space because as we grew, we had more faculty down here, and there was nowhere for them to meet with students in private. So all of those challenges have now been solved. I do also want to mention Joe Sanavashi, who has taken the leadership down here, and Laurie Bernotsky, the provost, who ran with this after I became the president and got it done. And again, we're very excited about where this is going to go. And again, in terms of the students who are here, to have the opportunity to be with them and have them be so appreciative of the opportunity that we're giving them. And we do have a student here, Mays Diaz, who is an MSW candidate, is currently the Assistant Director of Client Services at Action Wellness, a Philadelphia nonprofit that serves people with chronic illnesses. Her professional goal is to become a licensed clinical social worker and provide mental health services in Arabic-speaking communities. Ms. Diaz, would you come and tell us a little bit about your experience at the Center City campus?
Good morning, Chancellor Whitney, Presidents Fiorentino and Hanna, Vice President Hirsch, Mayor Kenny, faculty, staff, administrators, fellow students, and invited guests. My name is Mason Diaz. I graduate next month from Westchester University in Philadelphia's Masters of Social Work program. And as I reflect on my experiences here, I want to share with you my perspective on this campus community as a student, a social worker, and a Palestinian American woman. Like most of my fellow graduate students who are working professionals, attending graduate school was not an easy decision for me. I'm a first-generation college student, the daughter of Palestinian immigrants who came to this country because they had lost hope in building a life there. My parents raised me and my 8 siblings in a diverse working-class neighborhood in Philadelphia. This diversity generated many spirited and heartfelt conversations in our household about what it means to be a part of a community. I watched my parents become American citizens, PTA members, and exercise their civic duty. And I can trace my desire to help solve micro and macro social challenges to those conversations my parents and I had. In addition, their Muslim faith was an especially a part of that example and modeled for me an empathy and care for others that is at the heart of the social work profession. I understand the unique legal, cultural, linguistic challenges facing immigrant families in Philadelphia, in addition to universal issues like unemployment, poverty, bias in our criminal justice system, pollution, lack of access to health care and adequate housing, overcrowded schools, and more. I decided on social work at Westchester University here in Center City because I wanted a well-rounded and affordable degree that would prepare me for this difficult work. I liked that the program here was affordable and convenient to access, and that I would have the opportunity as part of the degree to work directly with underserved populations in Philadelphia, especially immigrant and refugee communities. I've had 2 field placements in very different organizations, but each has helped me to learn about the community in surprising ways. My first field placement was at Nationality Services Center here in Center City, a nonprofit that works to promote dignity, safety, stability, and sustainability in immigrant and refugee communities. Obviously, this placement connected with me and my story, and it allowed me to see and learn about the needs in these communities. As an Arabic speaker, I believe I have much to offer in helping immigrants and refugees connect with vital resources, especially micro support such as mental health services. Currently, I'm working at my second field placement, Bread and Roses Community Fund, as a macro-focused social worker. This work is helping me to understand the importance of seeing the connections between the challenges facing individuals on the micro level and systemic issues on the macro level. My decision to come here to West Chester University in Philadelphia was about the value of a state system education. This program has helped me to see that there are various levels or approaches to understanding societal challenges, and that fighting to improve our communities require knowledge of how these levels work and the corresponding tools we can use to build a more just world. Education is a key part of creating that world, so I'm proud to stand here today and celebrate this new space with you all. As part of PASHE, West Chester University in Philadelphia, in each of the state system institutions that share this campus, they offer a quality experience for students, especially for working professionals such as myself. I know that it hasn't been easy to build this campus community so quickly, but with the backing of state system resources and a bold design that quickly scaled up student services like career development and writing support, West Chester has really helped me to feel at home and supported. Furthermore, West Chester has challenged me to become more responsible to communities here in Philadelphia through my field placement and also internationally through our campus study abroad programs. Through all of this, I created friendships with a diverse group of students and professors who share my interests. These networks will be an important part of my support system moving forward and will help to build connections between agencies in the community. I'll close by saying that although it was challenging growing up in a Palestinian American family, but in a rich cultural environment of Philadelphia, this is where I first imagined being a social worker. But it's been the learning and community here at West Chester University in Philadelphia that have made my dreams a reality. Thank you to the state system of higher education and West Chester University's Provost Bernatsky and Assistant Provost Sanavasi for their leadership and investment in this community, in this campus and community, for supporting the professional goals of so many students. Thank you.
Serving our students is what it's really all about. Another round of applause. We're so proud of you. President Fiorentino was way too humble. He mentioned that they started a writing center, tutoring centers, really expanded some of the support services. What he didn't mention is that they also provide those support services for Bloomsburg University in a true partnership fashion. I was so focused on making sure I acknowledged him for the investment in this expansion, because West Chester provided that investment that benefits all of us, that I forgot his bio. And that's unacceptable because there's something about me in his bio, so I'm going to give it to you. It is about me. Chris Fiorentino's roots at West Chester University are broad and deep. He began teaching at West Chester in 1983 while working on his doctoral degree in economics. He rose to become Dean of the College of Business and Public Affairs, now the College of Business and Public Management, a position he held for more than 20 years. In 2013, he became the Vice President for External Operations, and Chris was right beside my side and true partner 5 years ago when we tried to figure out how we were going to locate here in Center City. So thank you for partnering with us 5 years ago, Chris. In 2016, he was chosen to serve as the university's interim president. And on April 21st, 2017, he was inaugurated as West Chester's 15th president. He's been active in numerous leadership roles on campus, hoping to secure AACSB accreditation for the School of Business, developing off-campus academic centers, including the Graduate Center in West Goshen Township, and working with faculty and supporters to create the Cottrell Entrepreneurial Leadership Center. Thank you so much, President Fiorentino. In a moment, we will be filing out of the facility into the atrium for the ceremonial ribbon cutting. I ask that you please remain seated so we can allow the ribbon cutting participants and cameras to get situated. And then we'll quickly let you know that you're able to come join us, and we'll have that formal ribbon-cutting event. Following the ribbon-cutting event, we will be providing tours of the center. I'd like to give a shout-out to my team, Laura Lee Isbell, Kia Faison, and the entire team for helping us get ready for today. Jeff Jubileer of Jubileer Strategies, the team at Westchester, the team at Bloomsburg, the team at the system office and communication. Thank you all so much. It really is about the students and the community. Thank you all.